Live from New Bedford, ladies and gentlemen, this is the YouTube channel blog show of authenticity, inspiration, and realness, also of good times, personality, and fun. This is Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977, and now, here's your host of the show. He is Big Beefy E. He is Mr. Shenanigans and the elder statesman of the Rant and Rave podcast, Mr. Eric M. Lima. Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer, sir. Well, hello there, everyone, and welcome to yet another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977, episode 1528 of the show. What's going on? I hope you guys are having had a wonderful, wonderful day. And now we're into the night, and we're about to end Sunday. I just finished watching NXT Heatwave and the Red Sox Yankees. Red Sox shut out the Yankees, took 2 or 3 against the Yankees in the Bronx. Gotta love that. That's what. We're 4-2 against the Yankees. The Red Sox are 4-2 against the Yankees this season already so far. How cool is that, man? I love it. Anyways, we're going to talk a little bit about NXT Heatwave. Now, as you know, a lot of things are happening and a lot of things could change here. And, does it top Money in the Bank? Well, we don't know for sure. But it was a pretty decent event. It was very good fight. It was 6 matches. 5 of them were title matches on the main card, and one of them. And Sarah Schreiber in the countdown. Sarah Schreiber interviewed Lola Weiss, who was determined to win the women's title away from Roxanne Perez. And then Sarah Schreiber also reported that Nathan Frazier has not shown up to the arena. And Axiom was trying to call him. He's feeling frustrated. Only a matter of time. That team's going to slip up, and they're going to lose the belts. To whom? We don't know. We shall see and find out. Meanwhile, Rich Holland was calling Chase U. He says he's at home he's going to watch the event with his kids and rooting for them to get the tag team titles for Chase U. Then Megan Morant and Sam Roberts was interviewing the general manager of NXT, Ava, and and Ava says there's going to be a lot of matches happening and everything else in between. And and then the countdown tag team matchup in the women's action. It's Carmen Petrovic and Ariana Grace, both from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, facing the team of JC Jane and Jasmine Nix. And the Torontonians, the team of Ariana Grace and Carmen Petrovic, ended up winning that matchup. More on that situation. Nathan Frazier finally arrived. Actually, this is where you've been. He says traffic's horrible, but don't worry. Don't worry. I focus. What's the game plan? And Axiom was like, sometimes the best plans made is no plans at all, man. Don't let your opponent know what you're thinking. So, maybe this is Nathan Frazier playing mind games with Chase U all along. You never know for sure. Maybe Axiom's not getting Nathan Frazier's frame of mind, maybe? Who knows? Well, let's go to the main card. North American title, the men's version was on the line first. Obafemi versus Wesley. As you know, if Wesley fails to defeat Femi, he won't be able to challenge for the North American title for quite a while. As long as Obafemi is holding the title. Well, this is a heck of a matchup. And Obafemi, and I talked about this with Jordan on the live reaction because Brandon Martin said he had to do something with his father on a personal excuse me, on a personal basis, which is understandable. So, me and Jordan, I said, The Opa Femi looks like if Kofi Kingston was exposed to gamma rays and became the Hulk, you know. And he did Hulk smash on Wes Lee, beating Wes Lee to retain his title. Where does Wes Lee go from here? He'll address it this Tuesday night on NXT. The Women's North American title was on the line. Kaylani Joni versus Sol Ruka. These two went back and forth. Heck of a matchup between these two ladies. But in the end, Kaylani Jordan did retain her title, and the two shook hands in the end. Good friends, both of them are. And then Ava was in her office to congratulate Carmen Petrovich and Ariana Grace, but Ariana Grace thinks she did all by herself. And Carmen Petrovich like, really? We did it together? We won as a team. And then Ava goes, you know what? I can make a match next week. I mean, this Tuesday. You two go one-on-one. We'll see who's better. Carmen Petrovich would love the idea. And Ariana's like, you turn this against tag team partners? What, you're not supposed to do this to tag team partners. What's wrong with you? You said it was just a one-time deal, Ariana. Woman has no clue. Anyways. And then the tag team titles were on the line. Nathan Frazier and Axiom defending as Chase U. Heck of a matchup between these two teams. But in the end, Frazier and Axiom, by some miracle, retained the titles. Crazy. Crazy. And then Lexis King was on social media enjoying his July 4th vacation. And he addresses Eddie Thorpe. Talking about the stupid techno music that Eddie Thorpe bangs out while Lexis King likes the 80s rock. And then he addresses Tony D'Angelo and decided to challenge Tony D'Angelo for the NXT Heritage Cup Championship. D'Angelo responds, the King, and so this coming Tuesday, the Heritage Cup title on the line as Tony D'Angelo defends it against Lexis King. And then the NXT title was up for grabs. Oh, actually, no, wait a minute. I'm jumping ahead of myself. Give me a second here. Rewind that. Wes Lee addresses losing the title match, and he says he'll talk about it this Tuesday. Roxanne Perez versus Lola Vice. These two ladies gave it all they got. And it got to the point where it took Roxanne Perez about 4 or 5 pop rocks to defeat Lola Vice and to retain her title. Who's going to stop Roxanne Perez? Cora Jade tweeted that an torn ACL takes 6 to 9 months to heal. And that was back in January. She may or may not be well on her way back. But you also got to remember another factor coming into play is Julia. When will she arrive? Will it be the Great American Bash on Sci-Fi? That's right, the Great American Bash will be on Sci-Fi next month. The first Tuesday in August, and believe me, that will be an interesting situation. Is Cora Jade going to come back from her injury to face Roxanne Perez? Or will Julia make her debut? We will find out this Tuesday on NXT. And now Lexis King was addressing Eddie Thorpe and Tony D'Angelo, dissing Eddie Thorpe's music while praising the 80s hard rock music. Gotta respect Lexis King for that. And then he had challenged Tony D'Angelo for the Heritage Cup Championship. And Tony D'Angelo said that his consigliere, Luca Cristofino, informed him of this and decided to set up the Heritage Cup Championship matchup. And it's going to be official. Heritage Cup title on the line, Tony D'Angelo versus Lexis King this Tuesday on NXT. NXT title on the line, Trick Williams, Javon Evans, Shawn Spears, and Ethan Page. And Ethan Page was dressed as now resident of USA. Everybody in Toronto was booing him and he's a Canadian as well. And there was a couple of good sequences. Everybody went through tables, chairs have been used, and all that. And towards the end of the match, Trick Williams hit 2 trick knees. He hit one on Javon Evans by accident. I think he went to go hit it on Shawn Spears. And then he hit Ethan Page with his trick knee. And Ethan Page landed on top of Javon Evans. And remember, the champion does not have to be pinned to lose the match. All of a sudden, he just realized it, but Shawn Spears grabbed him and it was too late. We have a new NXT champion, Ethan freaking Page. All ego, he's done it. And as Ethan Page was celebrating, a glimpse of Joe Hendry. Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry. That's right, Joe Hendry. Is Joe Hendry going to challenge All Ego Ethan Page for the NXT title? Time will tell. We got the Great American Bash coming up in August on Sci-Fi. We shall see about that. Well, that is it. And that's all for episode 1528 of Eric Lima Shenanigans in 1977. Results from NXT's Heatwave 2024. What's going to happen on Tuesday? You just have to tune in and find out. So, with that being said, hope you guys have a wonderful day. I'll see you guys later. And until the next episode comes rolling around, Mr. Announcer, take us home. That is all for today's episode. This is your announcer speaking for Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. A Big Beefy E, doing for Bob Saget Productions, and in association with a Raven Bofa Telepictures and Distribution. Thank you for watching today's episode. Tune in next time for another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. Goodbye for now.